Hello everyone and welcome back to the 1.3 series. It's just me again, but we're not doing Thaumcraft today. We are going to try and set up applied energistics in the factory. Last episode we kind of got sidetracked, like very badly sidetracked. So I have a big reactor set up because that's how we're going to power the network. Alright. Should also show this. We moved our power areas, so we have my power, Ellie's power, and Yatsun's power right here, and I accidentally dug into where applied energistics is going to be going. We have the reactor right here, and even though I probably should be using the mechanism energy cells, this beats out the basic one for its output. I'm most likely going to have to switch over to the mechanism ones because thermal expansion, like, I don't understand why the mod pack creator only left us with these if the mechanism ones are what we're supposed to be using. But, you know, I'm really not gonna complain. Anyway, I was just making some of the machines. You know what? Should I go plunk those down now? The inscriber and the charger are the two most important items you'll need when doing applied energistics. That's gonna be so room. The charger charges Certus quartz, and the inscribers make the patterns that you need for a lot of the machines. But to get the patterns for the inscriber, you have to go around in the world and look for these meteors. There's a Skystone chest in the middle of them. I was able to find 3 of them pretty easily, but the last one that I needed, I couldn't really find, so Patchy gave one to me, which kind of weird if you ask me, coming from Patchy. Anyway, we need cables because I need to power it, and it's going to be an absolute mess down there with cables. And luckily, universal cables do connect in, so that's nice. Honestly, I think these are really cheap for what they're worth. A little bit of redstone and steel. Granted, steel production takes a long ass time to even do. And I think I just shot myself in the foot by doing that. Really still hasn't fixed up his tower. I haven't touched it in a while because it needs spruce logs. But there is a snow biome up here, so yeah, I was trying to look for an asteroid. There is some hope that we might be able to fix it up for the missile silo. So yeah, the way that this is all gonna work is that for now I'm gonna have to do a basic network if I want to even save my sanity. We're gonna have the ME controller in here, which is basically like the brain from all the tutorials I've seen. It's going to be a 3x3x3 cube with the center, with it being hollow and the center is cut out. I kind of wish I can morph, because going to become a wisp would be very nice, because then I can fit into the holes. I'm gonna set a waypoint so I can see what I'm doing. Even if I come in through the ceiling, it can easily be fixed. Hope I'm level. I might be one off. Okay, good, I was. I don't want anything spawning back here. Oh. Oh, that's a lot of power. So yeah, we'll have all the drives in here. And then we'll just use panels on the floor, which I'm glad we have forged micro blocks again. honestly, if you have a mod like IC2 or any mod that has pipes and wires, if you don't have Forge Microbox, you're insane. You are definitely insane. Hate how this just increases the power. Oh, shut up. That's caves. You should have power now. Hopefully. So the way you use the inscribers, let me get rid of that. And that. I forgot to delete that. I don't even remember where I died last. So this is what the inscribers will look like. You really only need one of each, because then you can just mass produce a block of iron. Implying that you want to waste a block of iron making these. Then again, you can probably have one entire inscriber set up for, like... Actually, I don't even think I can use them, because they're not connected to a network. But they are connected to a power grid. Yeah, we're still doing work on the second floor. Should have grabbed the chest first now that I realized that. So you put the you can put the inscribers either or the patterns in here or here, and depending on which press you're using, the silicon will always take silicon. The silicon is the most basic component you'll need. You'll have the calculation press, the logic press, and the engineering press. One requires diamonds, one requires Certus quartz, or I think it can also take nether quartz? No, only Certus. And then the other one takes, I said gold, yeah, gold, diamonds, and Certus quartz. And wrong button. This is for the more advanced machines. This is for most of the components. And this is, oh, whoops, I meant to grab the silicon. You need the silicon press for making the chipsets, or the processors, whatever. Call them what you will. It's a... I remember playing the original, the OG version back in Tech It Lite. That was back before I had this powerful rig that I have now, but it was so much simpler back then. The ME controller was still used, but you only needed one an ME controller for your entire network. But I think it was also a mildly laggy mod, because we also only had the basic cables, which would pulse every couple of ticks, and the old supercomputer, which is how you would have mass-produced crafting. If you looked at it and it was big enough, it was a laggy son of a bitch. Okay, no, I don't even need this connected to a network. Awesome. So I don't even know if these count towards machines on a network, which is the other thing. The reason why you need an ME controller is if I were to just, like, I don't know, put like 7 drives down here and like a monitor upstairs. These 7 drives and that monitor will make 8 items on a given network. If I were to put, say, like another drive down here, the network would shut off because there can only be 8 items on a basic network. Oh, right, can only... this is gonna be a while. Well, while it's making some of that, I'm going to grab a chest so I can just plunk some of this AE2 stuff downstairs. And also get rid of all these cables. Looking in the wrong chests for a chest. I should grab my Certus quartz. My fluids. The way you make fluid crystals, I've been trying to do a lot of prep, is you'll take a charged Certus quartz, which can be found naturally, or you can use a charger from the mod to charge a Certus quartz. You drop 1 Certus quartz, 1 redstone, charged Certus quartz I mean, and I think it's also 1, oh that's wrong, and 1, yeah, so 1 charged, 1 nether quartz, and 1 redstone, and just some water, and you get 2 for it. But thankfully, Mechanism makes a lot of this easier. So, like, if you need like fluid dust, you'd have to put it through the grindstone and apply it to Energistics. It's no longer compatible with the macerator. You can just shove it in the crusher. Or if you need pure crystals, which you'll need these for some crafting, just shove it in the enrichment chamber. I actually love Mechanism because it takes out a lot of the pain in the ass shit that I had to go through in 1.7. An organized factory is a happy factory. Also, you're going to need Certus quartz glass for a handful of things. It's also a pain in the ass. What is that? Oh. Drop off these wires in the chest. We haven't moved these over yet, which honestly I don't think we will for a while. Running out of basalt and marble. More importantly, marble, because that's the main building component. I hate this shimmer enchant so much. Alright, what is it gonna do? Oh yeah, we should probably make some of the wires. Where is... I'll always say it, and I'll keep saying it. Sand is the one thing that you think you have, because it's a terrain block. But it's the one thing that you really don't have. Unless you're in a desert, then I guess that's invalidated. Steel production's over here now. If I get too close to those wires, I'll get electrocuted, and I don't feel like getting electrocuted. But what I'm going to do is that, well, Relly had it over here originally, and I didn't want it over here, because Ender IO is kind of the oddball. It can only take Mechanism. Obviously, Thermal Foundation can take Mechanism too, but Mechanism can also take Industrial Craft wires. Yeah, this is like a lot of OSHA violations. Don't remind us. So yeah, we're gonna have Ender IO machines in here, and then this is just gonna be a Mechanism wire going over here to probably like an MFE, another one, to power steel production. Even though these windmills will probably never go offline. Oh great. I mean, there really is only 2 windmills powering this entire thing over here. Fuck you guys. That's a lot more coal, tell you what. I also realized I need Certus quartz. Macerate it. The dust. Also, if I remember correctly, if you get away from zombies so you can talk, the basic cables, the quartz fibers, I'm pretty sure these only transmit power, they don't transfer data like the fluix crystals. So I'm gonna have to grab my fluix crystals. Hold up, Chief. Do I actually need another quartz? Okay, no, I can use Certus quartz. Should put a crafting bench down here. Yeah, we have one right here. Thank God. I like Applied Energistics for its practicality, but it's such a pain in the ass to do. And it always will be. I think you can automate these too with ME interfaces, I'm not sure, because these never existed in Applied Energistics, the original version. Like, there was no charged Certus quartz, but you did have the silicon presses, but you used a knife. You applied Energistics had its own silicon, but I don't even know how to obtain it. Like, obviously. Oh, duh. Then that way. Thank God Galacticraft's compatible, because then you're not wasting so much. I need food. Yeah, ignore all the water. I fucking hate this water exploit. Come on, Pam. Mustard. Did I say cooking oil? Yeah. Oh wait, that was our only tea leaf. Fuck! Damn it! How much? Ooh. Well, that's a lot of. That's a lot. Dried soup. No, I got mushroom stew right here. Where is it? Oh, I guess I ate it because it stacks. Did we run out of mushrooms? I think we did. Alright, enough Pams for today. We're gonna have to set up another quarry because we're running out of gold. It's amazing how one of the more useless ingots in older Minecraft becomes useful and then you start running out of it. Why do we have a block of diamonds? Also gonna need a handful of redstone. I'm more fixated on getting the ME controller up first, or at least having one side done. Because each side, I believe, is 16 channels or 32. It's a lot, and that's just, it's going to be overkill, but it's going to be what we need. We won't have to worry for channels for a long, long time. You use Certus quartz, you use gold, and the one I got in there uses diamonds. But yeah, redstone's also, I believe, what you need. So you'll need your press, your silicon, and then your redstone. I'll make all these diamonds first, and then we'll make a processor. I already hate cave ambience, and I hate the ones that are added in by this ambient mod. And then in the sub-basement level of the factory, we're going to have a spatial pylon room, which is, I think, is the more interesting thing added in Applied Energistics, but at the same time, it's also very finicky to try and do. And just like that, we got our engineering processor, which is used in a handful of things, believe it or not. This is how you now do automatic crafting. I don't know how I'm going to have it all be on the same network, because I can have one network just dedicated to drives and have the main network talk to the network that's got the drives. We'll figure it out eventually. I might plan it or do it off camera because, again, it's just tedious and annoying. Alright, that's as much time as we have for today's episode. I'll see you guys next time.